Hey guys, it's Finance Friday. We have a special edition. We're going to be discussing millennials. So I invited our very own millennial, Caleb Griffin.
Is that why you brought me on?
I did.
I thought you wanted me for my expensive knowledge of the housing market.
Well, of course, that too, but he's also a millennial who can help us relate to our clients and help our millennials through the home buying process. We actually found an article that I was doing some reading the other day, and just gave us some tips and kind of tricks, I guess, to help walk our millennials in the home buying process. So, Caleb, what were some of your experiences when you bought your home, and what were some of the things that we can do better as financial professionals that kind of help people in the home buying process?
Absolutely, Chris. First, I just want to say, too, that I'm a big fan of the show. Seen every episode, and I've actually been a live audience member for every episode. I don't know if you ever noticed me in the back.
That's awesome.
Hi, Chris. So,
big fan, big fan.
So yeah, I'm a millennial. I'm right on the edge. I'm one of the older millennials. I was born in '85. So I've actually had 4 mortgages now. And
Wow.
As far as the process goes, I remember when I first started out, I didn't know anything about mortgages. You know, I would talk to my dad and ask for advice. He was kind of my elder statesman that I would go to. And he used a lot of terminology that just went over my head. And fortunately, I had a friend that was actually in the market that was that ended up being my loan officer. And he was really, really helpful in just guiding me through the process, established himself as kind of an expert on it, and also just someone who was going to help me out financially, making good financial decisions. So that helped a lot, because I didn't just feel like I was a transaction. I felt like he was investing in me, and that made a huge difference, because you know, you don't want to go with somebody who's just trying to wrap it up. You know, like, hey, can we just wrap this up? Oh, I get it. You're getting paid on this, but you know, let's also try to make it feel like you care.
Did he do a good job, you felt like, explaining your options, so you really felt educated in the process?
Yeah, you know, and so and I think there needs to be a lack of fear to explore why a decision is the way that you want to go. So if somebody comes to you and they say, hey, you know, I know you're going to go with a slightly higher rate, but we're not going to buy points, so it's going to end up being, you know, a better deal, or you know, maybe it's you know, we're going to go with an FHA instead of a conventional, and then after a couple of years we'll refi when you've had more equity in the house and you can drop your PMI, and everything was like, well, why is that a better decision than this? And you know, there's a lot of people that'll just be like, well, you just got to trust me because that's my expertise, as opposed to someone actually walking you through it and saying, here's why. You know,
so really just you know, explaining the why behind maybe what the recommendation that you're making, and expecting your clients to blindly follow your recommendations. Right. Truly be prepared to help educate the clients in the process, and maybe why that it's a better decision.
Yeah, well, and with the exposure to the internet and the amount of information that's on there, you know, obviously, you know, people are going to go test what they're told.
Yeah,
you know, so
like self-educate, basically.
Yeah, like if you told me right now that I should go buy stocks somewhere, I'm not just going to do it. Even if I trust you, I'm going to do research. I'm going to type in, you know, Coca-Cola. Why should I invest in them? Also, Chris, I think I can speak on behalf of all millennials, because we're all pretty much the same. It's that it doesn't have to be a strictly digital process. It doesn't have to be 100% online. I think people like to start the process online. You know, we're attached to these mobile devices. You know, there's a lot of loan calculators on there, and we kind of get into the, you know, you might start with a basic loan calculator that says this is how much you can afford. This is kind of what to expect for a rate. But then I think even the paper and pen process is not something that millennials are opposed to. I just think they want the ease to get started, to know that they can do it, and then they want somebody who knows what they're doing to help them through the rest of the process.
Right. So maybe starting on your phone or digitally, it could be online or whatever, but maybe still having that human interaction in the process.
Yeah, well, I mean, kind of look at it like taxes. So let's say you utilize TurboTax, you punch in the numbers, you get a rough estimate of what your return's going to be, but you know there's not that CPA in the back there that's working on your behalf to get you the absolute maximum return. So that might be your kickoff point, and then you say, all right, I want to improve this number, so now I'm going to go for help.
So that's where, you know, we
fire the flare.
Exactly. So that's where we as professionals can come alongside our clients and really help them, put them in the best loan product for them, or, you know, obviously on a real estate side, the best home for them. So,
And don't trash talk. Don't trash talk your competition. If you're a realtor and you're trying to get somebody to use you, or if you're in the mortgage industry and you want to say why you're better than somebody else, don't focus on trying to make a negative opinion into them. That could just be me. But I do think I speak on behalf of all millennials where we say you lower your professionalism when you talk trash about the competition.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great point. So yeah.
So don't do that.
Don't do that.
Or the millennials won't buy from you. All right, we'll do a boycott. We'll get on our secret millennial group meeting, and we'll just be like, guys, we're
gonna pick it out.
This
outside.
guy, nah.
So, anyways, hey, thanks, guys. I hope you guys have a great Friday, and thanks for joining me, Caleb. I really appreciate it.
Happy to be here.
And maybe we'll have another cameo again. So
yeah.
All right, guys. Have a great day. Happy Finance Friday.
And may all your Friday finances fruition. Is that good?
Be financial.
Can we add that as a new catchphrase to the end of the episode?
Too many F's.
I think that sounded good.
Too many F's.
I think I'm giving you some really good stuff here, and you can just go with it. You know?
I hope you're a really good editor.
Friday
Hope
is
you're a really
the
good editor.
end of the beginning of your new financial freedom fruition. Fresca. You like Fresca?
How many F's can we put into a sentence before we F it up?
Frankly, 5.
5.
But foremost,
And cut. Right?
So what, you're 44?
Is it? Yeah. Okay. Look at you. I didn't know. He's good at math too. Yeah.
actually I had that written down beforehand. It's on my poem here. Good thing we canned that.
It's not on the digital device.
I have on my cell phone. I looked up your Facebook profile.
Oh.
And then I went to how far am I
Facebook.
away from a millennial.com calculator, and I punched it in. Fortunately, it was a very quick response. So
And scene.